Let me tell you something. Marriage is not child's play. I see so many folks rushing to the altar like it's the last ride at the amusement park. They're excited, they're in love, they think that's enough. That feeling, that little flutter in your chest is just the ticket to get in. It's not the whole ride. Marriage is a serious business, it's a partnership, it's a full-time job where you don't get to clock out. You have to be grown to handle it. Immaturity in marriage is a recipe for disaster. Grow before you marry. When two people who aren't ready for prime time get married, their home stops being a sanctuary, it becomes a messy playground. I'm talking about arguments over things that don't even matter. Who left the milk out? Why didn't you put the toilet seat down? You used my favorite towel. They are symptoms of a bigger problem, immaturity. It's two children fighting over toys in a sandbox. Instead of working as a team, they're keeping score. They're focused on me instead of we, and that's a recipe for disaster. This immaturity shows up in bigger ways too. One person is trying to save for a house, the other is buying expensive gadgets they can't afford. There's no communication, no shared goals. You're just going to spin around in circles and get nowhere fast. A mature couple sits down and makes a budget. They work together. An immature couple just points fingers when the bills come due. In an immature marriage, everything is a battle. It all becomes a power struggle. So, how do you fix this mess? How do you go from the playground to a partnership? It all comes down to one word: responsibility. You have to step up. You have to decide that you're going to be an adult in your relationship. You look in the mirror and ask yourself, what's my part in this? How can I make this better? Responsibility isn't about taking all the blame. It's about taking ownership of your actions, your words, your attitude. Taking responsibility means you learn to communicate like a grown-up. You use your words, you say what you mean, and you mean what you say with kindness and respect. If something is bothering you, you set a time to talk about it calmly. You listen. You try to understand their perspective. This is how problems get solved. This is how you build trust. Responsibility is being dependable. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. These are the building blocks of trust. Listen. Nobody walks into marriage knowing everything. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. The key is to treat your marriage like a school. It's a place where you are constantly learning and growing, both as an individual and as a couple. Your partner is your number one teacher. They see you at your best. They see you at your worst. If you're smart, you'll listen. When they point out a blind spot, don't get defensive. Get curious. Ask questions. You're different people from different backgrounds with different ways of doing things. The goal isn't to make them you, but to learn from differences. A strong couple complements each other. You are not in this alone. Lean on community. Getting help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Never stop learning. The world changes, you change. Be intentional about growing together. At the end of the day, what are you trying to build? Are you just trying to get through the week, or are you trying to build a legacy? A strong, healthy marriage is a foundation for your family, for your children, for generations to come. Do you want them to see chaos? Or do you want them to see love, respect, and teamwork? Maturity is the concrete you pour for that foundation. Love without maturity is like a house with no foundation. The first storm will knock it over. Build on the solid rock of maturity, responsibility, communication, forgiveness, selfless service. You create something that can withstand anything. Slow down. Work on yourself, become whole, become mature, become responsible on your own. A strong marriage is two whole, grown-up people choosing to share their lives. So grow up before you say, I do. Don't just get married, prepare for marriage. Marriage is for adults, period.